Good morning, LBHT crew. Good morning, Road Nation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here somewhat. Training camp is starting this week, but not for the Ravens. But it is starting, okay, for the Panthers and other teams. So that means it's just right around the corner for us. All right. But we still have some news. Breaking news, somewhat, huh? Breaking news. The Ravens did it. They went and signed a center. We're gonna talk about that center in a minute and figure out if that's the answer or it's just whatever. We're gonna find out here soon. All right, but let's see who's in the chat. It's K. Oh, I know football season's back. Look who's here.
Yeah, it's
KP. What's good? Just not sure if y'all seen the vid of Jacoby Lane practicing route running, but dude is definitely getting boxed up this year. We better get Diggs or D Hop or something, man. No, he's not. He's not a finished product. I mean, that's something we knew that he's going to be a work in progress. I think with this coaching staff, they'll still be able to utilize him, him and Surratt. They're not going to ask. They're not going to ask either one of them to run the full route tree. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think they're going to have them in specific situations. But yes, get Diggs.
Right. And listen, he may be getting boxed up now. He's going to learn, but more importantly, I think we have an offensive coordinator that can get him involved. Like, we're not asking him to go out there and be the star wide receiver. We're not asking him to be number 2. So they can put him and Surratt in motion if they're not getting open. Kind of find some ways to do some things. Like, this is why we say don't depend on rookies to come in and save your team, especially 3rd and 4th rounders.
Yeah, facts. Myron, good morning. Dr. Kush, good morning. Let's see who else we got in here. Rainmaker, good morning. Showing love on both channels.
Appreciate it.
Yes, appreciate that. Devin, Janelle, Konnichiwa. Showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. Desmond Griffin, good morning.
What's good?
We got in here. Yes. Samuel Banks, good morning. Good morning. Showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. Michael Akins, showing love on both channels.
Good morning.
It is what it is.
Peggy.
Showing love on both channels. Appreciate you.
Shout out.
Unkind Ravens fan showing love on both channels. Appreciate you. Says yo. Top of the morning to y'all. Have a blessed day, Flock Nation. Let's go.
Indeed. Yes.
Dance fan, good morning.
Morning.
Good to see you. Carmelo Moody, Grand Rising, showing love on both channels. Terry Wood, Grand Rising, showing love on both channels. We got TC, good morning.
What's good, my guy?
He's showing that real love on both channels. He put a super chat on both of our channels. Hey, appreciate that.
You.
Oh,
thank
you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate that. That's what a way to start Monday.
Thanks.
Someone put money in your pocket. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Man.
Pamela showing love on both channels. Good morning. Stretch showing love on both channels. Y'all get it.
Y'all know.
Dr. Kush showing love on both channels. I appreciate you. Just Aloe, salute. Good morning. Good morning.
Man?
Sea Iron Addict.
What's salute. Good, brother?
We got Molly Marr. Ooh. Good morning. Showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. Kwame, salute. Showing love on both channels. Nigerian Nightmare also showing love on both channels. Yes, let's go. Neuropsych Sports. Good morning. We got McKnight. Good morning.
Whoa.
Black Dave. Good morning. And Sheree.
Hey, Sheree.
Is this?
That's the MVP.
Sheree?
That's the MVP.
Sheree, you're my MVP. Okay, you're my MVP. Hendo told me what you did to get those. How you came through for us for those tickets, because your boy they had me marked. Okay, As soon as I opened up my browser, they're like, nope, Jose, nope, he can't go.
All right,
he can't go. I tried from a different computer. They're like, we know it's you.
Facts.
We know it's you. So thank you very much for the train camp tickets. Really appreciate you. Everybody show Sheree some love in the chat. All right. So she's the reason why you'll get some extra content from us. Well, scouting report, I should say. I want to say extra content. Give and his eyes like, hold up, more work? I don't know. You'll get some scouting reports from us. All right.
Right.
Justin Lewis, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Showing love on both channels. Appreciate
Salute.
that. Dance fan showing love on both channels. Appreciate you.
Salute.
JR, good morning.
Hey, what's good? It's been a minute.
Good. Yes. Praveen says Spain embarrassed Argentina. Watch the World Cup halftime show. No, I didn't watch the halftime show. I did catch the second half of the game though. I mean, if we're being honest, they could have destroyed Argentina. What they end up with like 12 on target shots. Is that what they call it? On target goals?
I don't know.
And they only beat them 1-0. So
that's crazy.
And Argentina had 0 on target shots. So they were fortunate that was only 1-0.
All right.
Cam Dom, salute.
Good morning.
I did see Trump get booed afterwards. He tried to celebrate with them, and they're like, "Move, please."
Right. Who are you?
They didn't even want to shake his hand. They did. Like the one guy just kind of put his hands back, like, "Move over here."
All right. I don't be happy.
Just I said we shouldn't be dependent on Jacoby or Elijah this season anyway. They need time. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, expectation versus projection. You know, we project these guys to do big things, but what do you really expect from third or fourth rounders? That's why I don't, we can't just sit on that. We can't be like, oh, we don't need this, we don't need anybody, we gotta let these guys play. Man, hell no. Because if they can't live up to expectation, we'll just go to they're third and fourth year receivers. They just need, or third or fourth round receivers. They just need time to grow. And if they need time to grow, then they shouldn't be out there when our window is now. Let them grow on the side, or let them get in where they fit in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we have a second rounder where there's not a lot of expectation on for him to get a bunch of sacks, for him to get a bunch of tackles. Just to let him grow, learn under Trey Hendrickson, let Mike Green do his thing, and he comes along as he comes along. But that second rounder is supposed to be able to do his thing as he's supposed to. He's supposed to grow with the team. But the third and fourth round wide receiver, nah, can't stunt their growth. You got to get them in right now and have them contribute.
Facts. I don't like that.
Right.
Ravenville, good morning. God's favorite, good morning. Showing love on both channels. Appreciate that. Cousin Davon, salute. What else we got in here? Slim, good morning. Showing love on both channels.
Appreciate
Bazel, good morning.
Showing
love on both channels. Appreciate you, man. Orangeburg, good morning.
Good morning. That may be out there doing some food reviews. He be out there putting in that. He be putting in that work.
Or at least getting that work.
Or at least getting that food.
Yeah. Hey. I appreciate them. I like his reviews.
Yeah.
Tori showing love on both channels. Says, salute, my good brothers. Football is right around the corner. Hallelujah.
4 more days for the rookies.
Hallelujah. What key players Ravens still need right now? Okay, we'll get to that. Wait, did we get everybody here?
CH.
Let's see. CH, bro. Made it to my first live today. Salute to you.
Shout out.
All right. Let's answer this question, Justin. What key players Ravens still need right now? We Stephon Diggs was mentioned. In fact, not only was he mentioned, we had some fun on the Wednesday night show, on the LBHT show, where we went over a list of wide receivers. I was supposed to clip that video. That's what I was supposed to do this weekend.
Right.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna clip that. That was actually pretty funny. But we went through a list of wide receivers and we did a blind ranking, and we did pretty good not knowing who was going to come next. We did pretty good. But in the end, we said how many of these wide receivers are a better number 2 wide receiver than Stephon Diggs. The list was short.
Yep.
Out of 10 wide receivers in the league, 10 number 2 wide receivers, not number 1s, number 2s.
Right.
So you got your T. Higgins, you got your who else is on that list? You got
George Pickens,
Devontae Adams. You had dude from Minnesota,
Jordan
Addison. All really good.
Yeah.
Right. But out of all those guys, who do you have above Stephon Diggs? I think we named like two people.
Two people.
Right.
Right.
Pickens
And Higgins.
Higgins. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know. And the fans did too. Y'all did too. But I
Right.
didn't hear that was on the one person that was on the list. Rashad Bateman. I didn't hear Rashad Bateman's name get called when I said who's better than Stephon Diggs. So because his name wasn't called, those of you that are pounding the table for Rashad Bateman, please,
Right.
quiet. Okay.
Yeah, but more importantly, we asked questions like who was the best route runner, who had the best hands, who
We
needed
did.
to improve, and Rashad Bateman's name was not mentioned at all. For all that people say they love him and he just needs targets and opportunity, nobody picked him in any of those categories. Now I picked him for route runner. I threw him a bone, but most people were like, "Nah, you're lying." So for all the truthers, y'all didn't really believe it because when the proof was in the pudding and you had an opportunity to cape for your man, y'all ain't do it.
I was going to for route running, but then we
You
talked about, man, I'm in the wrong seat this whole time. My bad, y'all. But we talked about it, and everybody agreed that he gave up on routes last year. If you
Right.
giving up on routes, I can't give you that title.
Fair enough.
Like I can, but you have to make up for it. You know what I mean? And you're not making it up anyway, and you give up on routes. Man, go over there. Go over there. Yeah. So yes, that's one way we can look. Is there anything else other than Stephon Diggs?
I'm surprised I don't hear Jadeveon Clowney's name being brandished about because now that they're like, oh, we did something on offense, now let's go get more defense.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if Klein's here, but it's just like, why we draft Zion Young so high then? Right? We got Mike Green last year. You know, we brought in Trey Hendrickson. We have Tavius Robinson back.
Adisa
Isaac is still there. Like
Trenton Simpson.
Are they gonna put him at edge?
They may try him out.
So I mean, yeah, all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that I'm not listening edge as a need. I'm not listing cornerback as a need.
Kwame says Kenny Moore. I mean, he's not a bad cornerback, but what about the young guys? Aren't we stunting it? If we bring in Kenny Moore, he's taking away reps from the young guys. How are the young guys going to get in the game? How are they going to get the experience of being in the NFL if you bring in another cornerback?
Well, no, we don't need Kenny Moore. Well, why do we need Kenny Moore?
Because
we have two starters. We have depth.
We have two main backups.
Yeah.
And then we got some young guys. But you see how it's flipped around? When it's wide receiver, it's you can't get another wide receiver because you're taking away opportunity. But when we get cornerback, you bring in all that you can. You get all the help that you need.
Yeah. No, I'm passing on that. If after all, bro, after all we've drafted on that side at that position,
we still need.
I mean, even for EDC, that's a slap in the face, yo. Like Nate Wiggins, TJ Tampa, Longer Beam, Kone. I'm not talking about the ones he drafted.
Rivers.
He's drafted 5 corners. Actually, I actually think Rivers is going to be
let's not forget
pretty good.
JAD, Pepe Williams. Let's not forget all those others that failed. Caillou Blue, Kelly. Like
I'm not even talking about the ones I ain't.
But you just talking about you just talking about on the team right now. All the ones that are on the team right now, Sans Cheeto and Marlowe.
Yeah. So he's drafted 8 corners. He's drafted 8 corners, and we're saying, "Oh my God, y'all!" He's drafted 8 cornerbacks. Yeah. Let's get the count right. Let's get the count right because you know this is so Pepe Williams, Jalen Armour-Davis, Caillou Blue Kelly.
Oh, let's not forget Sean Wade.
I forgot about Sean Wade.
Yeah, it was 2 of them that never made the team.
Sean Wade did. Yeah, we traded him immediately afterwards. Brandon
Brandon, yeah, that guy. Stevens.
Brandon Stevens. They should have kept him. I think I like Brandon Stevens. He worked out.
He
Um, they just they didn't want to pay him.
right. Because he
So
failed in Zach his scheme, but he did pretty well in the second half of the season with the New York Jets. Like he
yeah,
balled out. He was like the best corner in the league almost.
yeah. Hey, facts. And he came in as a running back and converted to cornerback. You know what I'm saying?
Then safety, then back to cornerback. Yeah.
We got Nate Wiggins, TJ Tampa, uh, Longer Beam, Kone, Rivers.
Rivers.
That's 10. That's 10.
And we may be forgetting somebody. Not to mention all the free agents that we brought in at cornerback.
Yeah, he's yes, Sean Wade. Thank you. Jeff McCoy. Okay, you trolling, Flex Zone. You trolling. Good morning to you. My Marcus Hendo, you going in on Sutton's book. He's already in Sutton's book.
Probably in there already. And then Kwame, I get what you're saying, because you in fact are saying you don't trust TJ Tampa. But I'm only bringing that up because when I told y'all when they drafted TJ Tampa, he's the steal of the draft. They got him in the 4th round. What a guy. And I'm like, yeah, just a guy.
But I trust Marlo. I trust Wiggins. I trust Tito. All right. You don't trust Tito?
Heck no. Like the scouting report was right when they say when he plants his feet, he lifts his feet off the ground. And it happened against Austin. And
so you don't think he's good?
I think he's serviceable. I don't trust him to stay healthy. I think he played when he was healthy, he played better than expected. But I'm not trusting him another year for him to be healthier than he was last season. And in crucial moments, he showed me that if Calvin Austin can double move you to the ground, we're in trouble. If you are CB3.
Okay, fair enough. Like I mean, third cornerbacks. That's why I expect third cornerbacks aren't lockdown corners.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Marlo, I get what happened last year with Marlo, but outside of last year, do you in general feel good about Marlo?
No, I don't trust him. And it's not even the coverage. It's not even the coverage skills. It's his tackling is what's concerning to me. Like last season, yes, Zach Orr put him out of position a lot of times, but it was the angles and the way he was tackling. I'm like, bruh, you've been in the league long enough that you know how to tackle. And like the effort may not have been there. He'd be like, we losing anyway, bump it. But nah, I don't trust Marlo. I trust him to get cooked.
Okay. Hey, you know what? I hear you. All valid. I'm not even going to go out there and defend him like that. I feel like he's gonna be fine this year. However, yes, out of all the cornerbacks that we brought in, you could argue that's still looking a little shaky. Oh well.
Right.
Oh well. All right. Like you see what we're doing here. You see what we're doing with the O-line right now. Okay. Because in fact, I saw your question, Kwame. I saw other people bring it up in the chat. Let's just get to it right now.
They do flag.
Does Ethan Pocic fix the O-line? The Ravens signed the center, y'all. They signed the center after telling you guys the whole offseason. No, it's all good. We got Corey Bullock on the team. We really like him. Right. No, it's okay. We got Javon Gwynn. We really like him. Actually, Danny Pinter, he's a baller. We really like him. And they went and signed this guy once they said he was medically cleared. Okay. So does he fix the O-line? Mind you, I think PFF, which you got to take their grading with a huge grain of salt. They had him ranked 22nd in the league before he got hurt, and he's coming off an Achilles injury. He is medically cleared. They say he's good to go. But at best, he's an average center. And is that good enough? What I should have asked is our O-line better this year? That's the real question. Is it better this year than last year?
It's a tough question.
Yeah.
I guess that's hard for me to answer. As far as he goes, like you're coming off an Achilles in December. So right now we're 8 months from that injury, and in at a position where you got to hike a ball and then get straight up and get pushed back. How is that gonna hold up? Now he's an improvement over Danny Pinter and Javon Gwynn because they really don't have any starting experience. He started 97 games in the NFL. Were all of them good? And it is what it is. But it doesn't fix the O line. It makes it serviceable. It makes it a little bit better. It makes it look better for the front office because now it was, oh, well, we had this plan in place since right after the draft. We were just making sure we were waiting for him to get medically cleared before we signed him. So it's making it seem like EDC had a plan to bring him in, even though it may not have been the greatest plan for this offensive line because we're putting him in, hoping that he can be healthy for the majority of the season, and we're putting him next to John Simpson. Does that make this line better? Is Roger Rosengarten going to revert back to his rookie form? We know that Venga is going to be an upgrade no matter how you call it. He's an upgrade. Hopefully we can get a full season out of Ronnie Stanley. So I can't say that this season that offensive line is going to be better. Does it fit the scheme that we're going to run more? Probably so. But better, I don't know how you replace a 3-time Pro Bowl center with a guy coming off an injury and say that you're better.
I've seen a lot of comments in the chat. None of them are answering the question though. Does he fix the O-line? Wait, okay. Nigerian Nightmare says no. Stretch says yes. Okay. God's Favorite says we needed a serviceable center and he's serviceable. Okay. All right.
Can't complain.
Go Air says definitely major improvement on the interior O-line. Without Falele is major addition by subtraction. Okay. Right. If he can keep the same level of athleticism before the Achilles injury, he's serviceable. Not sure how he looks to Pinter, compared to Pinter and rest of the gang. Yeah. Okay. What's up, Corey?
Oh,
good to see you. I'll take 22nd ranked center over Pinter. Facts.
100%.
Facts. Phantom Cyborg was good. Coming off a major injury worries me, but the fact that Pocic is better than what was in the room is even more worrying to me. Facts. How could this have been EDC's plan? And it wasn't EDC's plan. He just did an interview last week, and they asked him about center position, and he wasn't sure. He was just like, oh, well, games aren't played until September. All right. And we like the guys in the room, but my job is always to look, try to get the best players out there. You fumbled the bag. Like he's been talking about it all offseason. His intention was to bring back Tyler Linderbaum. His plan was to bring back Tyler Linderbaum. He felt very, very strongly about that. He just couldn't get it done. And like I said, we keep talking about the $27 million a year. Should you pay that for a center or not? All I know is, had we went ahead and paid him, it would be a non-story right now. He would just be on the team. We would have him, and everything would be looking good. We didn't get him, and now we're fingers crossed that 22nd ranked Ethan Pocic can stay healthy enough to keep Danny Pinter and Javon Gwynn from entering the game, right? So what's the center worth to you, right? Yeah. I said this at the time. You could say centers aren't worth that much, guards aren't worth that much. They're not worth that much until you can't find one. Then they're worth everything. Right. But no, he fumbled that. He was supposed to sign Linderbaum, didn't get Linderbaum. Supposed to draft the center. He had at least two centers that he looked at in the draft and said, well, let me get Zion Young, and then hopefully those centers will be there. And they both got snatched up. I don't understand that. You have 12 picks. Okay, you want a Zion Young. You see one center go off the board. You don't trade up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have no sense of urgency. Like, I just all right.
And more importantly for me, like I'm glad that he's here because that gives us more experience at the center position. But that can't have been your plan, because what if another team would have offered him more money? and he'd have signed with them. Now what?
Mm-hmm.
Now where are we? Now
Yeah.
yes, he was the 22nd ranked center in the league before his injury.
Yep.
What is he at now? But like I said, I'm glad he's here. It gives us more experience. I feel a little better about it. We'll see if he's fully back to form. Just because the doctor cleared you doesn't mean that there's not scar tissue, that there isn't other things going on. We have to see during training camp, and luckily it's right around the corner. So hope and pray, like prove us wrong that this works out for us, because it's a Super Bowl window, and this is why Jose and I get so upset about it. It's a Super Bowl window, and we're experimenting. We went from the second best center in the league to a guy coming off an injury signing for $3 million, and we like, thank gosh, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's not how championship teams operate. Unfortunately, yes,
Right.
we can be happy that we don't have to depend on 5-star Danny Penner or Javon Gwynn, practice squad guard. Like we you know what I mean? We don't have to worry about those guys, but I mean, the one thing Pocic has, he has, this is a prove year for him. If he's trying to continue want to get paid, he has to prove that he's a starting caliber center. So best of luck to him. I hope he does well.
Me too. Me too. Samuel Banks says, well, according to the Ravens, they had Pocic in for a visit in May. That don't mean anything to me. They bring anybody in for a visit, right? They'll bring him in for a cup of coffee. They brought in Max Crosby in for a visit.
Yeah.
That's a little dig, but
Right.
that don't mean anything. Like that's not that's a okay, yeah, you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see if you get cleared, and we'll circle back. And like Hendo said, what if another team came and offered him more money?
Mhm.
Right? Like where's that plan then?
Right.
You know, he gambled too much. EDC gambled too much, and he admitted that. He admitted that, you know, he thought he was going to get Linderbaum signed. I mean, there's no reason for Linderbaum to be in that situation. We could have given him a fifth year option. We could have just signed him, you know, flat out. We could have tagged him. We could have done all kinds of things to make sure we weren't in that situation this year. That didn't happen. We could have drafted somebody way too long in the draft. That's just that's what you did.
Right.
Stillmatic, what's good? Salute.
What's
Salute. No, but that's on him. But no,
Right.
I am glad we got him though. Like
Yes.
it's one of those things. You can't be excited about it. That's all I'm saying. Like I'm glad we got him. I'm not hating on that at all. But I can't be excited about that.
Whoa, Kwame.
Over Kyle.
It was not an either or. They could have gave both of them a 5th-year option.
Kwame, and then they turned. It's not a franchise tag. You can pick up both options.
And then they turned right around and signed him to a long-term deal. Like right. They turned right around and signed him.
Yeah, Kwame. This ain't a franchise tag.
Right. This ain't an either or type thing. They could have done both. And then especially when they saw like, okay, talk to his agent, we're not getting anything done. Like, yeah. They could like even they could have hit him with the franchise tag. If they waited later on and was like, all right, you know what, franchise tag is $23 million. His 5th-year option was like $24 million. Same difference. And then you work out a long-term deal and you reduce the cap hit for the first 2 years. Like anything could have been done. And it's fine, but don't act like this was your plan, your genius plan. Now I'm glad that he's here. I'm glad that Pocic is here, because now you have more experience on the line. You have somebody that's used to calling out plays, somebody that can call out protections to the younger guys. That is a good thing. But the plan to go from a 3-time Pro Bowl center to a guy that you got in the Walmart DVD scrap bin, it's a big difference when you're trying to win a Super Bowl. I hate to do this, but Howie Roseman would have never put Jalen Hurts in that situation. Never.
Nope.
He got rid of AJ Brown and brought in 4 wide receivers to replace him.
Right. And if they don't work out, he gonna upgrade those wide receivers.
He gonna get somebody else.
Thanks. We got over 160 people in here watching. Salute to y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're new in here, hit that subscribe button on both channels. Lunch Break Hot Take over here, Roll Pod over there. Also, I hope you're all signed up for the Pick'em League. What Pick'em League? See, y'all, because some of y'all haven't been around. Go over to lbhtshow.com. In fact, let me just go ahead and show you, man. Let me just go ahead.
That's true.
Let me just go ahead and show you real quick. Let me just go ahead and show it to you. Um, I think it's actually members at lbhtshow.com. But just go to lbhtshow.com, click on the member dashboard. Excuse me, I'm trying to hold it in. And sign up for a free account. Sign up for a free account, okay? And you want to play against the experts? Here you go. All right, make my picks right here. Actually, these are just the test picks. I'm gonna make my official picks when we do the show. But you can make your picks right here and lock them in. All right, lock them in for the season. You got a leaderboard right here. All right,
you still got the Pocic picture up.
Oh, see?
Yeah, that's why you sneeze. You was allergic. As soon as you put his picture up, you start sneezing.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go.
Now y'all can see
What's
it.
Up, Eric?
Now y'all can see it. You can make your picks right here. Boom. All right. Easy.
Yeah, Brock.
Just like that.
You stop being lazy?
Huh?
Brock says, "Will I stop being lazy and finally sign up?" Yes, you will. Today is the day. Training camp is about to start. Yes, you will. And you know what? I don't want listen, Brock. I don't want to hear nothing about, man, I waited till like week 3. That's the only reason I lost because I started 2 weeks late. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't take excuses. I just take wins.
Now we have a badge system here. Okay. You don't only the first 75 people got this badge, but that's okay. There's gonna be plenty of badges available. Okay, you gotta earn them. They're gonna be weekly badges, right? For weekly winners. You know, even if you come in late, even if you start late, you can earn some badges. You know, champions earn badges. Depending on where you finish at the end of the season, you earn a badge. Okay, so there's all kinds of things you can earn on here, and it's 100% free. So go to lbhtshow.com, sign up, check that box for the newsletter. The newsletter comes out today. And I believe it's centered around the center that we just signed. So we're doing a poll in the newsletter, and we read the poll results on Wednesday. So the poll comes out, or the newsletter comes out this afternoon. All right. So open it up, look for the poll, vote, and your vote will count for the poll on Wednesday. We'll read the results.
Yeah. Devon got a question for you.
My last Pick'em League, I didn't show up until week 7. Hey, you know what? It's funny you say that because there's literally a coin here or a badge for you. I forget what I called it. The Comeback King, I want to say. If you start late, like past like week 6 and still finish and still place like the top 10, you know, you get a badge. So I have everything, something for everybody. I have something for everybody. Go sign up. All right. Who has a question?
Devon.
What's up, Devon? Says Kyle, Zay, Tyler. You can only sign to who you got. Kyle Hamilton, Zay Flowers, Tyler Lindenbaum. Give me Zay.
And
it's 2 in Tyler. Zay and Tyler. And that's not saying anything about Kyle Hamilton, right? That's not saying anything like obviously he's an excellent player, but I want the guys that can support Lamar Jackson, right? Kyle Hamilton doesn't do anything for Lamar Jackson, and you know, especially here because of how polarizing Lamar Jackson is. The onus is never going to be put on the defense here. This isn't like we don't put even here in Baltimore now. We don't put the same kind of pressure on the defense like we used to. Like Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, and them, like they couldn't give up. Like even if we held a team to 20 points, that would we gave it 2 touchdowns. What's going on? Like that's how we used to talk. They used to give a touchdown. Like how we give this a touchdown though? Like what's wrong with the defense? We don't do that now. We don't do that. Even when we have guys we say can be that guy, we don't say anything. Nobody say anything about Kyle Hamilton not getting turnovers. Unacceptable if this is Ed Reed. and I know that's not a fair comparison. Like, you can't compare anybody to Ed Reed, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we used to have a standard here where we expected turnovers, we expected defenses to shut out teams when, get that final stop. There's no excuses. So no, man. Like, if out of those three, Kyle Hamilton will be the odd man out. I'm sorry.
100%. Listen, we need, and I don't want to say it like this, but we need playmakers. And Kyle Hamilton's claim to fame is he can play anywhere. Like, he played outside linebacker, he played defensive end, he played this, he played that. Yeah, he did, but he had 1 sack. You put me in 100 different spots and I don't make no plays, technically, then what good are you doing? Like, you didn't get any interceptions, my G. You had like
Right.
2 sacks. You had like 2 sacks and 1 interception the year before. Like, you are great to an extent, but they're talking about you as the last 2 years as the running favorite to be Defensive Player of the Year. So if you are in the running for Defensive Player of the Year over Myles Garrett and the rest of these guys, I need you to make plays, especially in the most crucial moments. You can't drop a Jameis Winston interception that's thrown right to your chest. You know what I mean? So I'm taking the guys that make the plays. Tyler Linderbaum. We saw what happened with Matt Skura, how Lamar got knocked out the game. We've gone through the center position thing before. And with Zay, we waited 30 years for a wide receiver to come into this organization and do some great things. So now, after 30 years, you want to move on and try something else. And yes, that comment by your boy Kyle Hamilton saying we're spoiled, that kind of like dropped him down a peg for me. You know what I mean? Like, we're spoiled because we expect and hold you to a certain standard that you just got paid $100 million, but yet still all you gave me was 1 sack.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
then call me spoiled. Because I'm used to greatness. I'm tired of hearing the excuse of, well, Zach Orr's first year, we were terrible, but I think we were second in the league in sacks. So were we really that terrible? Ed Reed, Haloti Ngata, Ray Lewis, all of these guys, regardless of the defensive coordinator, made plays. It was never an excuse. Ray would never let these guys be like, yo, we got this bum defensive coordinator, we're going to give up points now. That would have never happened with this defense. But with us, we make too many excuses. We make too many excuses for these superstars. Like, well, they weren't put in the right position. Ray was like, yo, bump the position, bump the scheme. I'm calling and telling you guys where you need to go. So, and this is not to take anything away from Kyle, but those two for me are going to have a bigger impact on this team protecting Lamar and catching passes than somebody who's just plays all over the defense and needs other people to be brought in to be great.
100%. 100%. And TC showing super chat love on both channels again, man. Shout out to you, TC. Everybody show TC some love, man. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, really. No, it's just it's a different era. We have different expectations from this defense, right? Because what you explained just now is we have good players on the defensive side, but they can't rise above the poor coaching. We have a once in a generation quarterback that consistently rises above the coaching.
100%.
Right? So, that's who you support.
Right.
Because there's never an excuse for Lamar when he gets on the field. Even when we know he's not being protected, he has a crappy offensive coordinator, he doesn't have that many targets or weapons for targets. Like, knowing all that stuff, we still expect him to go out there and play perfect. And it's just not like that for the defense.
Facts. And Kwame is so disrespectful. Color man, blue take Kyle. Like, listen, he plays hard, but the thing about Kyle is he comes back in the game. He may go to that blue tent. He'll come right back in the game.
Oh, I still go for Kyle. We've had this conversation before, Kwame. Yes, he might go to a blue tent, but he played through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't. We'd be like, oh, he's out the game. 2 plays later, oh, he's back. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. You see me going to that blue tent, you might as well pull out the stretcher for me.
You say,
like, blue tent? No. Hospital.
Jose, you going to the blue tent? You like that check clear? To the bank? Yeah, you can take me home.
What you would call it? Salute.
It was good,
man. I know football is back.
Facts.
We almost so many 200 people watching. I know football is back.
Yeah,
it's always funny. This Stewart was good. Was good. Last game he didn't come back and we lost. Yeah.
You blame that on the kicker.
That's well, we can thank the kicker
and the defense.
Like we can.
I'm not thinking. Jose, you keep giving this man grace. I'm not giving
I
Tyler
am.
Luke no grace. Once that
I
owner
am.
said, when they was like, "Yo, if y'all went to the playoffs, was John Harbaugh's job safe?" And he was like, for 1 week. When he said that,
That's what he
he was,
said.
bruh. Come on, Jose. Like we've talked about this. He didn't have to say I fired John Harbaugh. He could have just let it be like they parted ways. He came out here and
Okay,
was like, "Yo, I let him go. He had to go."
let me ask you this: did you want to
Right,
see him for one more week?
Harbaugh.
Did
Yes.
you want?
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
want to see Lamar go out there and get beat up by
But
Houston?
okay, so
Tyler Loop saved his quarterback. He saved his franchise. All right. Hashtag kick for change. I'm gonna tell you why. Hashtag kick for change, y'all. Do not no slander will be thrown Tyler Loop's way this year. Okay. He gets a mulligan because Tyler Loop making that kick any other time. We all know that. We all know that. But he
okay.
looked around, he saw his team, he saw the despair in their eyes. And he was like, "Y'all, let's just go home, man. Let's go home and let's let the chips fall where they may." And they fell very favorably for us. Okay, Tyler Luke can stay. This is not a Billy Cundiff moment. Okay,
But okay, but let's say we go play Houston the next week and Lamar balls out against that defense. It ups his chances. Now we may still would have lost because CJ Stroud did have 4 touchdowns. He had his best game against the Ravens. They put up the most points.
his
They put
career
up
game
they
against
put
the
up
defense, against a healthy defense.
healthy defense. They put up the most points that they had all season long. Now, granted, they may have lost the game defensively, lost the game, but I do think that Lamar would have put on the show. And against Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson, if he just showed out in the playoffs, it would have helped further his legacy with another win under his belt, first and foremost. And then we don't know what would have happened. We don't know where the Ravens could have gone. I would have liked to have had an opportunity to let John Harbaugh mess it up, then and giving us a chance then to sit home.
I think we would have said, "Damn, I didn't know Daniil Hunter played every spot on the D line. How's he breaking through the line on the right side, on the left side, up the middle, up and around? Like how is he doing this? They couldn't protect Lamar, and they got Will Anderson, bro. No, listen.
They got a whole team.
Last year wasn't the year to be trying to be testing that defense. Houston was hitting. Them boys were hitting. They were hitting hard. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want Fale to stand around like a butterfly. What's going on? And somebody just comes zipping by. He's like, "What was that?"
All right.
And you turn around, look, and his quarterback just laid out. Nope.
Yeah, nope. It took Aaron Rodgers a minute to decide if he was coming back to the NFL after that game. He was like, "I might have to see them. Are they on the schedule? We got them
right." He's like,
because they look better now.
I think we're safe. Simone, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you. Eric G, what's good? It says all hail Tyler Luke. That's right. Yes, he changed the franchise. He's the reason for our happiness. Facts.
Is not. He is not. I mean, he helped expedite things. But your man, the owner said, "I'm tired of all the comeback losses. I'm tired of being up 10 points and still losing games." He was done with John Harbaugh, regardless of what would have happened. I still would have felt better off beating the Steelers, sending Aaron Rodgers into retirement, shutting up Steelmatic, and going into play. Like, no, there was no dominant team in the playoffs. Yes, Seattle defensively did a wonderful job and won the Super Bowl, but they were beatable. The Patriots still could have come back and won that game. You're telling me Lamar Jackson wouldn't have made those plays that Drake May couldn't? He darn sure would. And Derrick Henry, like
we've shown that we can beat any of those teams, but we show what we do in those situations, right? Like it just wasn't getting like those. What got Seattle to the Super Bowl? What got the Patriots to the Super Bowl? Right? What got Denver to the AFC Championship game?
Turnovers.
Well, turnovers and like attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like they played like they wanted it. Our team looked like they checked out weeks ago. Like I was mad that we had to play that game and it still meant something because it seemed like neither team wanted to get to the playoffs.
That's true.
Right? So we go in the last week. It's like, man, I gotta go through this again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we were ready for the nightmare to be over. Like they clearly checked out on on Harbaugh. That was clear as day. They checked out on Harbaugh.
Yeah.
So I didn't want I didn't want that line against Houston. If it was any other team, it was like, hey, we play Patriots first round. We play Buffalo first round. God, if we play Buffalo first round, yes, let's get there. We can take that. Houston, no. Sorry, we are they beatable? Of course, we beat them all the time. But that round, the way we were playing, and we couldn't protect Lamar, and he had already been beat up all year because of the O-line. Nah, let's just go home, y'all. And listen. We are all happy this offseason, were we not? It's been all smiles.
Yes.
Despite the fact. Man, let Tyler Luke live, man. Let him live. Now, Tyler, if you mess up this year, I can't protect you. This year, you get it right, we can say, all right, we see what you did.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mm-hmm. We checked that early. Oh, yeah. As soon as Lamar said, I'm not playing in that Houston game, people were like, well, we're cooked. It's funny how stacked we say the team is every year, but if Lamar gets a little injury, we know it's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
We got beat so bad in that Houston game at home, people didn't even show up the next week for the Rams game. A game we could have actually won. That's funny.
Bro.
Yeah.
So many opportunities for that one game that we needed.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Correct.
Facts. But they could have protected Josh Allen against us though.
Yeah, right.
we wasn't getting to nobody.
No, that's how they came back on us. That's game one, right?
Game one, up 15 with 5 minutes left. And everybody, and the crazy part is they wanted to scapegoat Derrick Henry for the fumble. Like we wouldn't have had the lead. We wouldn't have scored 40 points if we didn't have Derrick Henry in that game. But yet still, the fumble was his fault. No, the defense giving up the point. And like you said, Jose, it's always an excuse of the offensive player not doing something. After that game, we heard people saying Lamar should have did more. Put up 40 points. What do you mean he should have did more?
40 points. And we talking about anything other than defense?
Yeah.
Like to be honest, Derrick Henry shouldn't have had to play in the fourth quarter or Lamar. They it should have been nothing but backups in on the fourth quarter on both sides of the ball. Right. It should have been a blowout. Our defense completely disappeared in that game, and then they turned around and did the same thing with the Lions. Like, man, get out of here! Get out of here!
But I'm excited though. I'm excited to have a head coach and an offensive coordinator that can dictate change. Like they don't see a game plan failing and they just sit back and like, well, it'll work sooner or later. Somebody that can come in and make in-game. I'm excited. I'm jealous of other franchises that can see a game plan and say, you know what, scrap it. We're going to this and come back and win games. We don't do that. And now we have a head coach that's about to change the fortunes of this team, and hopefully we can ride this all the way to the Super Bowl.
Appreciate it, Armstrong. Thank you.
Shout out.
We were poorly coached and weren't going far. Good coaches have three things in common: preparation, adjustment, and access to talent. Yes, that adjustment part is huge. Everybody has a plan. Thanks. Not too many people know how to adjust. Harbaugh was trash at adjustments and preparation. Facts. For years, way before we were on YouTube, we did podcasts or anything like that. This is like Flacco elite days. All right, right. Because let me tell you something. After we won a Super Bowl, you couldn't say a word about my quarterback. Right? You couldn't say a word about John Harbaugh to me. Okay, I was locked in. I was after the Super Bowl. This is after the Super Bowl. This is like 14 years ago. This is after the Super Bowl. And B told me Harbaugh ain't that good. I was like, what? Man, we just won a Super Bowl. You ain't see that? He's like, did you forget everything that led up to the Super Bowl? I was like, yep, I sure did. I was like, we won. We won. Like Harbaugh's great. Like you can't. He's a great coach. And he told me from then, he was like, Harbaugh gets the team up for big games, but he
Mhm.
always fumbles the games you're supposed to win. He was like, good coaches don't do that. B was saying that from back then. After we won a Super Bowl, and that wasn't hate from B. He just
Yeah.
observing, and he always pointed out every time we lose these games, like, damn, how we really we lost to Miami. He's like, look, I'm telling you, he's like, Harbaugh don't get them prepared week in and week out. He get them up for the big games, for them primetime games, but week in and week out, Harbaugh does not have this team prepared, and we just proceeded to see that over the next decade.
Right. Thanks, Daniel. Like even like for me, my come to realization moment was during the Super Bowl run. Was actually during the playoffs when we were winning. And the Super Bowl validated that for me. Like the collapse told me everything I needed to know. Like I understand we had the power outage, they had to sit, warm back up for the game, but the decisions that he was making, like that fake field goal, like that try
Ugh.
right there, I'm like, bruh, it's a Super Bowl. Get as many points as you can. And running Justin Tucker, like, yo, that's not it. And I learned that, he's not the guy. I can see by his attitude and the way that he was coaching, like, this is going to be a long-term problem. We won the Super Bowl. After that, we gutted the team and went on. But what's amazing to me is for those John Harbaugh truthers, CBS put out a list of all-time coaches. And there were some recent coaches that got, like Mike Tomlin, got honorable mention. I didn't see John Harbaugh's name in there anywhere.
Honorable mention.
Mm-hmm.
A man who's never had a losing season got honorable mention.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a little disrespectful. I have him higher up there. Hey, is Stillmatic here? Stillmatic. What are your thoughts on Tomlin all time?
Thanks, Daniel. Yeah.
The power went out on the 49ers too. Didn't make them fall apart, and they didn't have a three-score lead. Facts.
Coaching. Keeping your team prepared. Coaching.
Yeah. I mean, at least we held on to it to that league because,
bruh. But once again, shout out Greg Roman. Shout out to you, Greg Roman, because without Greg Roman, we would have not won that Super Bowl. In that third, at the end of that third and fourth quarter of that game, Frank Gore and them ran us to death. But for some reason, Frank Gore got down to the 5-yard line. Your man decided after one pass, he decided after one run, he decided I'm gonna pass the rest of the way instead of running that ball. Thank goodness that defense was gassed.
You know what? I can understand that though, right? It's Ray Lewis, it's Suggs. We had Jimmy Smith at the time, right? And he made the game winning stop. They were like, yo, these dudes ain't gonna let us run it in. Despite everything that's happened, they're not gonna allow this to end that way. That's the thought process. Mm-hmm. That's the thought process. I get one in the pass, but they're not gonna let you pass on them either. And talking about goal line stances again, right? Expectations, right? Even though the defense wasn't what it used to be, these guys were on their last leg. Mm-hmm. We expected the defense to hold it down there, and they did.
Yep.
But yes, thank you, Greg Roman, for not knowing how to coach. Yes, Living Legend, what's good? Said Beyonce had the lights out performance. Facts.
What's up, Joey?
Shaquan Reeves, good morning. Appreciate good to see you. So yes, but from way back then, B was on it, and it took me a while to see it. But yes, he's consistently been the same coach that just there is no plan B for Harbaugh, mm-hmm. right? So I be saying, what's good?
What's up,
John tried to throw the biggest game of his life. Yeah.
And then left that game thinking he was the man. Like, I did this. Like, and I try to tell people
now.
Right. Yeah. And I try to tell people, like, yo, y'all want to say, well, John Harbaugh, a Super Bowl winning head coach. He is that. But the only time he won a Super Bowl is when the team overthrew him and took control. That's the only time. Also, we had a non-John Harbaugh pick at offensive coordinator that helped us win the Super Bowl. So when it's John Harbaugh leading and John Harbaugh's guys calling the offense, we don't win. But when the team took over and you got your man in there, he had to step up because he fired old boy, then we win a Super Bowl. So you take John Harbaugh out the equation, Super Bowl. You bring him in and all that great coaching that you say he does, we don't even go back. We've been favored to win every single year. we've had Lamar Jackson. Every single playoff game that we've gone to, we've been favored in and lost them all. Sans a couple of them against Houston, but all
Yeah.
the games that we lost, we were favored in all of those games, and that comes to coaching. Even against the Chiefs, we were favored, and it was at home. It was the first game in Baltimore in like 50 years. And your man said, "You know what, Gus Edwards, you're running the ball a little too well. Sit down."
Flex Zone says Harbaugh is solidified though forever. Okay, let me ask you this: what if Jesse Minter comes in the next over the next 4 years, we win 2 more Super Bowls?
Hmm.
Do you know how fast we're gonna forget about Harbaugh? And I know we're gonna forget about Harbaugh because nobody mentions Brian Billick anymore.
Hmm.
And Brian Billick had the greatest defense in the history of the NFL.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
He won with the greatest defense in the history of the NFL. Right? He had Ray Lewis at his height. Okay? Like, and nobody talks about Brian Billick. The same thing will be before Harbaugh if Jesse Minter comes in here. Let him win one with Lamar.
Yeah.
I mean, let him win one
in his first year. Let him do it in his first year.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be like, man, we should have got rid of Harbaugh a decade ago. He's one of the only head coaches that can consistently lose, and we make excuses like, but he won in 2012. Like it was 2024.
Hendo, if we win it this year, because our team hasn't changed that much.
Mm-mm.
It's not like we had any major additions. Like, I mean, yes, you say like we got Falele, he's a rookie, but that like we're saying that's a major addition because how bad the O line is. It wasn't supposed to be that bad. But if Jesse Minter comes in this year and wins a Super Bowl, that's going to hurt Harbaugh, right? That's gonna hurt his legacy. Like, yo, you had the pieces there and you just couldn't win. And this guy, first time head coach, comes in and wins it.
Yeah, because I mean, looking at it like 2024, the offensive output was outstanding. 2023, defensively, you had the best defense in the league and was a top 5 offense as well. And you have Minter come in here with essentially the same cast who are coming off a losing season. Take the same cast and you get Lamar, even if you get Lamar to the AFC Championship game your first year, they're going to start looking at John Harbaugh a little differently. Like, yo, he took these same people to the AFC Championship game and you couldn't even get into the playoffs, B? Interesting.
Yeah.
Facts.
Which one are you looking at?
Harv's wasn't a coach. He was a motivational speaker. He's a politician.
He wasn't nearly as good as he thought he was.
And that's right, Flex. Brian Billick won the second year.
Yeah, he sure did, and nobody talks about him anymore. Nobody talks about him.
And in 2006, they had a better defense than 2000.
Harbaugh won what, his third or fourth year? I think it's third
year.
Fifth year. Yeah. And it was a long time ago.
Right. And you still had people after last season talk about who we gonna get if we get rid of John Harbaugh. It makes no sense to me. We need to keep running the same pattern that we've been running, even though we've been going nowhere.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if the Giants say the same thing about him, or if they say something a little different.
Because he said he got his Lamar Jackson.
All right, man.
Yeah, 5 years.
Terrible liar.
Thanks.
All right, that's the show for the day. We have a lot more to discuss. Okay, make sure you guys go sign up for some membership. Patreon.com/ROUG. That's where you find Hendo's membership page. Patreon.com/LBHTShow is where you find Lunch Break Hot Take membership. If you want some free membership, go over to the website LBHTShow.com, and it's a free account. You sign up over there and sign up for the Pick'em League. There's going to be some other features coming up, but the Pick'em League is free. And did you hear y'all see Colin Cowherd's top 10 quarterback? That's Corey. That's just you want to talk about clickbait? That's clickbait. That's clickbait. I can't.
All right. Yeah, Monty.
He
morning.
can't get a ball, almost re-injured his knee because he was doing the backflip. Oh, I got that. I got that. I got that. I got that keyed up. We're gonna talk about that.
Wow.
I got that keyed up. Yeah, listen, I wouldn't be surprised if he's hurt.
He might be. Yeah.
He's not gonna lay down right there because he did something stupid. He's gonna play it off. I don't be surprised if he hurt himself.
Dummy.
You know, yeah. But yes, patreon.com/LBHTShow, patreon.com/ROUG. That's where you can sign up for some extra content. All right. And listen, training camp is back this week. Not for the Ravens, but training camp is back around the league.
Appreciate a stretch.
You'll start to get look. This is how the process starts. This is where you start seeing who's coming back, who's holding out, who's getting traded. Who's getting released that you might be looking to pick up. What center we're looking to pick up. I know we just signed a center, but
don't stop now.
Only got that catfish clickbait. Yeah. that right there, I'm not even going to entertain that. Everybody knows that's too much of a bait.
Yeah.
That's too much of a clickbait. No way. I can't get with that. All right. And also everybody to sign up for the newsletter that comes out this afternoon, vote in the poll. It's a question about the center position. I can't remember exactly what it was. It might have been related to what we were talking about. Okay. So take a look at your emails, open up the newsletter, look in the poll, vote, and we'll read the results on Wednesday. But that's it for this show. You had anything else, Hendo, before we get out of here?
Not for today.
Awesome. All right. It's Monday. Do your best, okay? And if you don't want to do your best, only give them 30%.
Indeed.
Right?
Oh, I forgot. Make sure you go check out Coach with the running back knockout to see who he decided was the best running back in the NFL. Wasn't who I thought he was going to pick, but darn good choice.
That was tough. I ain't gonna lie.
Appreciate
That was tough. There's a lot of good running backs in this league. All right, go check it out. All right, y'all be great. Have a great day. Peace.